So I fixed the base of my board last week, and now I'm going to fix some chip on the top. And as you can see, it's a pretty long damage, and it started as a very little tiny little one, and I made the huge mistake where I just completely ignored it and kept riding without doing anything. And as the moist or water or snow got into the gap between the board and the top, the coat, I think the freezing would make it way worse, and it just started chipping way more. And next thing you know, the chip is like 5 times bigger. So if you ever notice any chip or crack on your board, do not make the same mistake as I did and just do something. A duct tape will help. So I just took the duct tape off, and I noticed that it's pretty clean in there. I don't think there's any need for sanding it or further cleaning it. There used to be a lot of snow, but after the snow melted, I don't see anything concerning in there. So I'm not going to do anything like sanding anything down. And after the thing is glued, I don't think the edge will be flaring out. It's still pretty flat. So as long as it can stay there without flaring or sticking out, I think I'm good. So I'm not going to do any sanding. But if your chip is worse than what this is looking, definitely use some sanding to clean it. Where the epoxy comes into play, I just got it from the store. It's a pretty critical time to go into the store. I felt a little worried, and so did everybody else, it seems like, because everyone was keeping a distance from each other, but no one was wearing a mask. And anyways, so you apply the epoxy as a glue in between the surfaces. Since I'm filming with one hand, I'll just apply it without filming. Alright, so I've finished applying the epoxy. The kind of epoxy I bought is a self-mixing one. So you don't have to mix it by your hand before applying it. The review is average. I hope it works just as well as the other kind. The key thing here is that you have to make sure, right after you apply your glue, you have to make sure that you duct tape it, or if you have a clamp, that's even better. You can clamp the thing down, and to make sure everything's in place, and let it sit for at least, I would say, 48 hours or even longer. I'm going to do probably a week. But just because all the ski resorts are closed down now, you have plenty of time since you're not going anywhere. So be patient, and next time, maybe in a couple months, you can ride again. And one other thing I forgot to mention, if you don't like any excess glue or epoxy on your board, you can wipe it using some alcohol. I personally don't mind because I think it's cool looking, and once it's dry, it's on the top of your board instead of the edge, so it won't slow you down as you ride. So that's pretty much it. Cat hair. You.